Tuesday, made it another day. 3 days camping. Shit smells like fire. Normally I just smoke a pack of cigarettes in there, but it's contributing to it and it's smelling like shit in there now. So we're gonna air it out, getting it cleaned out like I normally do after every trip, or I do most every trip. Cleaning off suspension parts, bushings, getting pretty much anything underneath the truck that is moving clean. Priority of mine. Sick and tired of listening to fuckers say that their shit's broken, and then you look at their shit and it's not taken care of. If it was taken care of and broken, completely different story. You're probably having fun at that point, opposed to just being a retarded idiot. Anyways, when you clean your truck, make sure you get into all the little detailed spots. Don't just do what people see. So you're a glorified mall crawler. If you're a glorified mall crawler, you're probably not hitting dirt, so this doesn't apply to you anyways. 90% of you 5th gens out there. I'm just playing with you, kind of. Anyways, we're gonna get the light bar back on today. If I have enough energy, I'm gonna hit the coilovers, because those unis inside of the coilovers have had enough and they're making way too much noise. Along with that, we're going to be cutting off the cat for the Trooper, gutting that and giving it some more power. And that's about it. See what the fuck else we get into. Most likely nothing, because I say that shit every time, and 9 out of 10 videos don't end up doing nearly as much stuff as I say, so we'll see.
Just in case anyone needs one of those visual descriptions. Clean in there, 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 all up in there. Just clean up in here just so it's not up in people's eyeballs. Them shocks, shoot them down a little bit. Duro pumps, protecting those. That's about it for the rear. I mean, obviously the front of the links too. Pretty easy to get into those. And when I'm not talking about pulling these and cleaning the inside of here, because it gets all up in here and then falls down inside of the joints and then starts making its way into the joints. Your links, your U-joints, just get up in there because everything crams up in there. It's always nice to clean your door jambs too as well. Spray out your unis, spray out your coilovers. Those certificate bearings, uniballs, I can't ever pronounce them, I'm sorry, I'm Korean. Those and the lower ones are what we need to go after inside of there. Those are what's making the noise, has some play. But clean everything out in there, shoot up in there, you know. Don't do it when your engine's super hot, because your manifolds are just gonna start pulling away and cracking. Just heat with cold water, obviously. I took an RCI Tacoma skid plate, took 11 inches out of it, and look, she fits. You wouldn't even know. It's an RCI. Oh, ping pong. But it works. Get some grease up in there, but that just gives you some visuals. Fucking fixed, multiple passes. She's one piece of metal again. How exciting. I can put the light bulb back on. Fucking mounted. Good to go. Not lock nuts in there. Can't go nowhere. See it? Yep, there it is. She's not going nowhere. I can see again. I do have to contact Baja. I don't think this is their fault. Just happens to be what it is. That one came with floodlight style inners, and this one's more of a floodlight style inner. I've always wondered, I thought, because I had them up in my housings before, and I thought it was my housing that was not right, but now I know. I pulled them out for no reason, really. It's just the inside is dull versus shiny, dull, shiny. These guys are good though. These guys are the same. And then this guy's all good. That's what I use now. Well, did it again. Completely forgot to record. But we got the lower changed out just because the upper was actually good. It was just the, I forgot to tighten this all the way down. So it had a little bit of movement, but the top hat. But this is the old guy. It's really hard to see on camera, but that's that. That's a new one. Zero movement versus those guys and those guys. And Cody's here with this trailer. We gotta grease that bitch up. Oh, I'm a cowboy. Oh, it's squeaky. There she is. I love that ram. I'm gonna buy it, flatbed it, put it into an overland rig, and mob it. Alright, dude, front end's back together. Did some cat welding yesterday, some welding up on some stuff, so didn't film. But super easy again for any of you 4th gen, 2nd gen Tacoma, 4th gen 4Runners, anything that has the same kind of platform as this. As long as you don't have a sway bar end link or a sway bar in here, which goes up into that hole right there, all you gotta do is take your, you could do it one of two different ways. I find it easiest to take your tie rod off. That way you can check your tie rod inner. Outer is pretty easy to check. That will swing out, allow you to drop the coil over, down and out. Obviously you can't do that. It's captured in there, you know, between the CV and the tie rod. So no matter which way you go, it's too tall to be able to get it out. You might be able to get it out by finagling the upper control arm up and down with the jack, but that's just dumb. Just take off either your tie rod or the 2 bolts holding the spindle and pull it out, which will allow you to drop that out too. When it comes to those lower certifical unis down inside of there, inside there and top one too as well, which you have to take the top hat off, not that hard to do. There's 2 C-clips in there. You take out both of them to be able to push it out. I put one back in and then seat it back in to the point where it's touching the other one, and then I put the other clip back in and then I put it back on. Not rocket science, but take care of your shit or else it's gonna take out other things like bushings, ball joints, tie rod ends, just your shock itself, because it's not taking the hit properly. It has a 1/100th of an inch throw before it actually gets to the shocking portion, absorbing, and then it starts doing its job. So that extra little force is bad on it. Anyways, got that done. Yeah, my dudes. So got the shocks done, as you saw the last video, me talking over there. While that was done, I ended up getting my driver's side engine mount done. It took taking the starter off, which is only 2 bolts. It's actually a lot easier than I was anticipating. I knew it was only 2 bolts. I just didn't know exactly where they were located for wrench purposes, which is on the back side of the transmission, holding it into the casing for the starter, obviously. But I believe they're 214, super easy, a little long, but super easy to get in and out. Take all the wires. There's 2 wires, 1 bolt, 1 nut, 1 clip. Take those out before you take the starter out. You can just put it to the side, giving you full access to a wrench on the engine mount. Now, do your engine mounts before they get to a certain point of destruction. This one, as you can see, when it sits normal, it's all good, but it had a lot of play. So when it sits like this, it can come out when you raise the engine up when jacking it up, but this wanted to stay in there and got pivoted and stayed in there at a certain height. So I had to figure out how to smash this guy down more or less and keep it down because it was torn up in there. Now, good example, I went ahead and cut this. This wasn't like this. Give me just 2 seconds. Why you should do these things. A lot of people neglect to do them just altogether. But that is not supposed to be like that. It's really hard to see. But that's all attached, supposed to be attached to this rubber. And there's not much in there. Let's see if we can get better light on it. Yeah, not so good. Check your engine mounts, transmission mounts. Take care of your vehicle. Take care of you. We took apart this side of the winch, which is all the gear side. This is the electrical side, and this side's all good. I'll probably go more in depth with that when we take it apart, but 8 bolts on the casing side, and there's 3 sets of gears in there. And then this side is the electrical side, so I'm pretty sure there's just corrosion in there. When I tap on it, it goes, but it doesn't want to go on its own. Sometimes it does, but it won't go out. It'll just go in, which is okay with me right now, but eventually it won't go in. So till then, you guys have a interesting one. Okay, bye.